Hey guys, hope you're well. Just want to do a quick video on how to lose fat fast or faster, okay, or in the fastest way possible. So this is going to be a common question. How can I lose fat fast? I want to get shredded. I've got to get ready for this or ready for that. Obviously at the moment we can't go out too much, but again, it's still a common question you hear a lot in the industry. So number one, you need to be in a calorie deficit. Now, a lot of the time, if you want quicker results, that calorie deficit is going to have to be a little bit bigger. The problem for a lot of people is they go and make this too big and then it becomes hard. Okay, so they focus on doing number one too hard instead of focusing on everything else that we should be looking at as well, which is points 2 to 8. Okay, but sticking with number one, the problem is if you go too hard into that deficit, you are going to run the risk of cravings and binging and stuff like that. So you need to be honest and realistic with it. And then that ultimately will decide how fast you can lose fat. Okay, because even though I'm going to go through these points here, there's only a certain speed that someone can lose fat. Everybody's different, okay? Just because your friend lost 20 pounds in 10 weeks, okay, and got shredded, it doesn't mean that you're going to. And it also depends on the starting position, the current state of health you're in, and all these other factors. But using these points that I'm going to go through now on top of the calorie deficit should hopefully help with getting you where you want to be. So, number two, eat real food, okay? So eating processed food or food that's not going to give us any beneficial nutrients, vitamins, minerals, okay, and it's also going to be harder to digest. So, for example, things like processed foods is not going to be beneficial if you want quick results or if you want the results as quick as possible, okay? You have to think about eating real food. So single ingredient foods, things that, you know, grow naturally or you can grow naturally, okay? When you look at a pack, it literally says sweet potato, it literally says chicken, it literally says broccoli, you know, it's not kind of E numbers and sweeteners and all this other stuff because it's harder for the body to break down. There's probably more toxins the body then has to break down as well, which is more stress for the body, which is not good, okay? Number three, strength training, weightlifting, going to the gym, okay? So a lot of people will think, okay, cardio for fat loss, weight training for building muscle. No, weight training, strength training, whatever we want to call it, will help to actually boost the metabolism because when you strength train and as the body recovers, your metabolic rate will be sped up, okay? If you weight train Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you're pretty much going to have a sped up metabolism permanently, okay? So get in, do some strength training 3 to 4 times a week, job done, okay? Number four, reduce stress. Stress raises cortisol. Too much cortisol in the body will cause fat storage. Okay, that's pretty much it. Okay, we don't want to be in a stress state as well because a stress state will also go back to number one. It could knock us out of our calorie deficit because people who are stressed tend to go and overconsume on calories to make themselves feel better. Okay, so to stop that from happening, reduce your stress. Number five, get enough sleep. Okay, if you're not sleeping enough, that's going to raise stress and that can go to number one. But also, again, we don't want to have suboptimal sleep because you're not going to be able to work as hard in the gym. Okay, you're going to feel tired. If you're tired, you're going to have issues with craving more foods. Okay, so there's loads of scientific research as well to show how not getting enough sleep can blunt fat burning, can actually cause weight gain and things like that as well, which is not cool. Number six, avoid alcohol. Alcohol doesn't stop fat loss, but it will slow down the process. And we're looking at getting fast fat loss. We're trying to lose fat as quick as we possibly can, okay? So having alcohol in the body, which will then produce other toxins that the liver has to remove, will slow the fat burning process down. Basically, when you drink alcohol, you get leftover byproducts. The liver has to remove them and has to filter them out. And, you know, that's part of the detoxification of the body that it does naturally. But as it's doing that, it can't focus on its job that we want it to do, which is lose fat fast. Okay, so simple, avoid alcohol during this period. If that's what you want to do, if you want to lose fat as fast as possible, don't have any alcohol. Okay. Number seven, drink enough water. Going with number six, water is important for fat loss because if we have enough water going in, we're not going to hold subcutaneous water around our belly, which would give us that bloated kind of look, okay, that people don't like. And also, water helps to detoxify the body by, you know, just filtering out all the rubbish inside us. So making sure we get enough water is essential. Okay. And finally, number 8 is just work hard. You know, when you're in the gym, work hard. When you're in the kitchen, make sure you're working hard with sticking to your nutrition. Make sure you're working hard with getting enough sleep. Make sure you're working hard enough with reducing stress. All of these things will add up to help you with losing fat as fast as possible. Okay, so that is pretty much it. They are 8 tips, but like I said earlier, we need to be sensible with it. Okay, don't be going into eating 1,000 calories, because if you go too low into a calorie deficit, the body can start to actually lose muscle, which isn't good, and it will actually then hold on to fat. And even though the scale weight might be dropping, it's not beneficial for your health, and you're actually going to end up at the end of it looking what we call skinny fat, where you've lost all your muscle mass but you've still got kind of a podgy belly, which I'm assuming most people don't want to have. And also that sort of physique is just not beneficial for your health at all. So we need to make sure that we're maintaining muscle and losing body fat when we're doing this. So going into a really hard calorie deficit is not good for a long period of time. Some people might start a little bit more aggressive, and then as they get leaner, you kind of have the opportunity there to increase your calories, okay? But it's a case of playing around and finding what works for you. But, you know, don't be going into 1,000 calories or 1,200 calories. 1,200 calories, you know, some people might need, but that is a small person. That's a very small individual in terms of just general body size. But for most people, 1,200, 1,300 calories is going to be low. Okay, so don't be going that hard at it. And if you are going to go a little bit more aggressive with number 1, with the calorie deficit, short term, see how you feel, come out of it for maybe a week or raise the calories a bit and then drop them again as you want to kickstart things again. But, you know, my focus would be 1, get the calorie deficit, make it a little bit bigger than what you would probably normally have it, just a little bit, just to sort of get things moving quicker. And then focus on points 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 as well. And hopefully you should start to lose fat as fast as you possibly can, because remember, this is an individual thing to you. There's no set numbers. Don't just focus on the scale weight as well. Always have a look at using things like progress pictures, because that's going to give you the other side of the story if you are building muscle and you're new to training. But they are my 8 points. Have a go. Hopefully you've liked the video. Give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, share it to your family, share it to your friends, drop me a comment if you liked it as well. And until next time, guys, peace out.